Hey everybody, it's Grace to the Face. We just finished filming. Look at my face. We have no filter on. Girl, I look like a Barbie doll. I'm a bad girl. Oh, look at my face. She is stunning.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm about to drink my water because water is life. Amen. Thank you. We're starting off with the One Size Hydrating Primer. You guys, this primer made this look amazing. Okay, for my oily skin girls, you know I'm an oily skin babe. So after that primer, I'm going to set with that translucent powder, as you can see right here, to have oil control, and I'm just going to put that over my entire face to make sure that the face is sitting. Moving on, the first concealer that you see me putting is the Lancôme concealer, and by the way, all of the products that I use will be listed in the description box below, and you just see me putting those this product in the prominent places underneath my eyes, chin, bridge of my nose, and my forehead. But what you notice is that I'm putting it lower underneath my eyes because I am putting a lighter concealer close to the inner corner of my under eye. And then what you see here is I'm grabbing the Makeup Revolution highlighter. You guys, this is my secret as to how I've been achieving that bright under eye. I don't know what they're doing at the Makeup Revolution headquarters, but I stand by it. Go and grab that and add that to your under eye concealer routine. And as you can see, I'm putting that lighter shade. This is the L'Oreal 24-hour Wear Infallible Concealer, and I'm putting those in those prominent areas. And I am going to use my all-time favorite Morphe Prep and Set spray. Girl, I live by that spray. And now you see me pulling out the Made by Mitchell curve case, and I am pointing to those two colors. I am in my summer color, so the contour that I'm using, I have to mix it because my skin is a combination of complexions. No matter if I am my winter color or my summer color. So what you saw there was me pointing at the distinctive areas where I am going to be putting my contour. I squeeze my cheeks together and I'm following along the lines of my jawline. But remember, we are putting the contour above the contour bone, not below, because we want our face to be lifted. And then you're going to go and put your contour on all the other places, the sides of your chin, underneath your chin, and then across your forehead. Okay. The placement of where you put your base makeup, which is what I'm doing right now, your concealer and your contour, your base makeup, that is what is going to make or break your face. So when you're analyzing your face, squeeze your face in and find those prominent facial features, ladies. Okay. And then now I am going to go ahead and take that contour and put it at the bridge of my, the sides of my nose, and then across my eyelids for a natural-ish contour. And as you can see, I'm just leisurely or loosely putting that product there because you guys know I am not really somebody that likes a very prominent or distinctive nose contour because I love my nose. And so all you see here is me reinforcing that product there. And as you can also see, I'm letting that concealer sit because we want a full coverage to this soft glam look. You see that? Yes, ma'am. All right. What we're doing here is making a soft glam look, but you have to put that product on your face. And now I am pointing to the blush of choice. I am mixing those two. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to place it right in between that concealer and that contour at the high points of my face. And then I'm going to blend all of that out into my cheeks. Now, you guys know I have a cheeky face. I have a round, cheeky face. No matter if I gain weight or lose weight, my cheeks are prominent. So I always like to place that blush all across that real estate on my face, because when I smile, all you see is cheeks, okay? And so right what I'm doing right now is I am blending out that blush, but I'm also blending out the last concealer that I put there. And you guys, if you don't have a makeup brushes, right? Or you don't have a beauty blender, or simply they're dirty, right? Ladies, I am telling you, the best tool you'll ever have is your hands. Make sure they're washed though, okay? But do you see how it's already blending all of that product seamlessly? And I like to especially use my ring finger because there's something about the warmth in that ring finger, okay? So use that ring finger. And what you just saw is me taking a brush, and I sprayed the Morphe Prep and Set on there. And then now I am starting from the bottom to the top. So I am blending the first concealer that was on my face. And the reason why I'm starting with that is because that concealer has set on my face longer than the other concealers and highlighters that I put. And so I am going to blend that out first. And then I'm going to focus on my chin, the bottom of my nose, the other side of my face, like so, my forehead, and I'm going to just blend everything else. And then the last thing you're going to see me blend is that highlighted concealer. And so the difference between this and what I normally do when I'm doing a full glam look or just a regular makeup look is that I put all of the concealers on my face at the same time because I wanted it to set all at the same time, and then I wanted to blend it all at the same time, versus what I would normally do is put a concealer first, let it sit, and then I blend it, and then I go on to my other makeup routine, and then I place another concealer on it. I didn't want to do all of that. And plus it's hot, baby. I don't want to put all of that up in my face right now. And so you see how I am strategically blending out everything else, and I'm leaving room to finally blend out the lighter concealer as so. And now you see how that product is still there. It hasn't gone away, because sometimes when you place concealer on under your eye and you blend it automatically, the coverage goes away just because you haven't allowed that product to sit on your face. And so as I go on and as you see me blend, you see the true beauty of that product when you let it sit. All right. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. But as you can see, it is so bright, but also the color payoff and the product has set on your face for so long that now when you're going to blend it even further, because I hope you guys know this is not how it's going to remain. When you're going to blend it even further, it's not going to go away, you know? And so I'm letting it sit even further, and then you're going to see me come back. And what I'm doing right now, which I did on the other side, is I'm sharpening up my my facial features, right? And so I just said that I have a round face, but chunky cheeks. And so sometimes when I'm placing that concealer and I am blending out my contour, my facial features, especially underneath my eye, can get lost because I have big cheeks. And so I like to elongate that concealer to make my face a bit more snatched. Okay. But the only way that you guys are going to know this is if you analyze your face periodically throughout. Periodically throughout this video, you're going to see me going back and forth between the small mirror that I have in my hand, the actual vanity mirror that I have in front of me, and then the camera. And that's because I'm consistently analyzing my face to make sure that where I place the product is where it needs to go. And again, I am taking my finger and I'm blending it. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, for those of you who have been watching me for a while or you're coming back, typically I have a brush, but this time around I decided to use my fingers. Now, this product right here, ladies, Milk Cosmetic got it. I'm not going to hold you. Milk Cosmetic got it, because I went into the Sephora store because I had to re-up on some of my key makeup products. And I happened to notice that like I needed not a stick tinted foundation, but I needed a tinted moisturizer. And I happened to come across the Milk Cosmetic. Y'all, don't worry about me. I'm looking for my favorite, one of my favorite foundation brushes. I'm spraying it again. But like I was saying, I found this in Sephora. And girl, you're about to see. This is the exact perfect match for me right now in the summer. And mind you, I always have to mix any sort of foundation that I have. But this time around, you know, I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury stick foundation. And that was a perfect match. But I never thought I could find a liquid tinted moisturizer. Look at that. Do you see that? Look how I'm about to blend that. Do you even see anything? When I tried this at the store, I couldn't believe my eyes. You see me shaking my head? Yes, ma'am. I could not believe my eyes that this is a liquid form tinted moisturizer that I don't have to mix. Because any liquid form foundation, tinted moisturizer, I always have to mix it. But the fact that this was also something that I could add to my routine, because, you know, for the duration of the summer, I haven't worn any heavy foundation. It's always been a tinted foundation, or no tinted moisturizer at all. It's too hot for all of that. But as you can see, I am now blending out that contour that I let sit for a little bit as well. And so when you're blending out your contour, right? When you're going from the bottom to the top, I want you guys to remember this. If you're at the bottom, meaning you're at the bottom of your jawline, blend down, right? And if you're at the top, blend up. Now, what you're seeing here is I am just defining the cups of my cheeks. Like I stated before, I have chunky cheeks. And so in order to make that contour prominent and to set the stage for the blush that I'm going to put after all of this, I wanted to really, really bring out those cheeks. But like I was saying, you see how now I am blending that contour up? It's because you want your face to be sitting up. And then once you get to your forehead, like I'm doing right now, you're going to blend out. So let's review again. If you're starting at the bottom or you're contouring at the bottom, you're going to blend down, right? Into your neckline. Boom, right? And then on the sides of your face, you're going to make sure that you're blending out. When you get on top of your forehead, you're going to blend out into that hairline. And then when you are doing your cheekbones, you're going to make sure you're blending up. And that's going to help you blend out that concealer. All of that concealer in that product that I just put, look at that. It doesn't look as opaque and as bright as it did, right? And so I'm consistently blending, because again, ladies or gentlemen, whoever is watching this, blending is your best friend. Makeup is artistry. Makeup is like art class where you use different paints to make different colors. That's what it is. Yes, I am educating you all and teaching you guys about makeup, but I am an artist, and you could tell that I have studied and I am fine-tuning my craft, because makeup is art. You have to blend to create something beautiful. So a lot of what you're seeing here is me going back and forth, blending, placing things back where it got lost, such as that concealer that was on my nose. I was blending that contour, and I'm blending the contour again. But before I was blending the contour, and that that concealer that was there got lost. And so I'm going back and forth and making sure everything is blended, because I don't know about y'all, but when I'm looking at makeup, the first thing I'm looking at, apart from your brows, is the blendability of your makeup. Is your makeup blended, baby? A lot of the times, it's not that you're not doing your makeup right. It's that you didn't take enough time blending it out. And I can tell. I taught myself how to do makeup since I was 16. I'm 29 now. That's over or about 14 years of experience, education, and mastery. Baby, I know when you blend your makeup or not. Okay? And I practice every day. Just because I have all this experience does not mean that I also don't make mistakes. But what you see here, how I went from concealer looking prominent and my face looking crazy is my secret to making everything blend is to take the exact same brush that you use for your foundation, your tinted moisturizer, your stick foundation. You take that and you blend everything together. Do you see? I have a smooth canvas. You don't know where one starts and what one begins because your products, if you have good products or quality products, I want to make a disclaimer. Just because the product is expensive does not mean that they are quality good products. And just because they're cheap does not mean that they're not quality. If you have quality products within your base products, your concealer is quality, your contour is quality, your highlighter is quality, your primer is quality, it will not go away once you mix or you blend all of that together. Because even though I'm placing that tinted moisturizer all over my face, right? And mainly at the areas where I didn't have all that product and I'm going around, you see how I'm shaking my head? You still see the contour or the shadow of a contour. You still see my highlighted under eye. The products that I was using were quality. So even though I am blending it out right here, that doesn't mean it went away because you can still see it. And that's the beauty of understanding artistry, understanding colors, understanding the products that you use, understanding how your face reacts to different products. Okay? I am literally blending everything together because I want it to be seamless. And the look that I'm going for, it's literally a Barbie doll. Like it's a soft Barbie doll look where everything is so seamless, it's flawless. And that's how makeup is supposed to look, you know? It's supposed to be a canvas. You're supposed to figure out where does the contour end and where does it begin. You're trying to figure out how this person went from all these different colors on their face and now it looks like she doesn't even have anything on her face, because look at my face right now. I haven't set anything. All I'm doing is just reinforcing those products right now. And it looks like I didn't put anything on my face, which is exactly what I was going for, right? And so, like I've said in other videos, sometimes when you're blending out your makeup with your product of choice, meaning the foundation or the tinted moisturizer or the stick foundation, sometimes some of the shadows or some of the things that you've done to enhance your face, like your concealer and your highlight, can go away, or it's not as prominent. Just go back with the brush, no product, and reinforce those areas, right? And so what you see me here is I tap my finger back into that blush that I use, and I'm just blending it again just to have a peek of it. Because again, you are going to set your face, which is why it's super important to build what you have, right? What I mean by that is you don't want to put so much on your face that by the time you get to set your face, you already have too much on your face, right? And so you saw me building my contour, building my highlighter, which I'm doing right now. I put a dot on there to enhance it a bit more. You saw me just place multiple things at different times because you want to build on it and then you want to set. You don't want to spend your time on your makeup trying to figure out how you're going to make your makeup look less because you put more. You want to, depending on the look you're going for, that's key. You want to always make sure that when you're doing your makeup, you are focusing on building on it. I really hope you understand what I mean by that. And again, like you saw me doing from the beginning, I am using my fingers, especially when it comes to blending underneath it. And then I'm going back with that brush that I use for my tinted moisturizer, and I'm just blending everything together. And I'm consistently looking at my mirror just to make sure that everything is blending. And again, I'm going back just like a painter to make sure that all of the colors that I placed before are still there. I am building my canvas. Doesn't she look so pretty? Look at that. Just look at that flawless finish. And now, of course, in between products and in between different stages of this makeup, I'm going to be prepping and setting my makeup with the Morphe Prep and Set. But I'm also going to show you guys this new setting spray that I've been in love with. It's the L'Oreal 24-hour setting spray. Y'all, my makeup does not go anywhere with this. This alone, okay? I don't know what they put in this, but girl, the way that this makeup, it makes my face stay intact. Now, what you're going to see me here doing, I am opening up some lashes that I got from, I think I got this from Ross, I believe. Either Ross. Yes, I did. Excuse me. I got this from Ross. Y'all, ladies, let me tell y'all something. If you ever want some lashes that you don't have to spend too much money on, look at that. This lash was $2.49. I'm using the doll face lash. But like I was saying, if you ever want some lashes and you don't want to spend all that money, girl, go to Ross. Go to Ross or go to Burlington. It'll never let you astray. So you see my lashes on and they're gorgeous. I am also spraying my face with the Makeup Revolution spray. Y'all, I'm using a multitude of setting sprays just because, first of all, I needed this makeup to last literally all day. And also, girl, just look. Just look at that. My God. Look at that fit. Period. Yes, mama. Look at that. Look at her face. You can't tell me I didn't eat. Come on. Yes, I know I need to buy myself a portable fan, but girl, these hands are going to work. Okay. Just stare at the face. Gorgeous. And now we're going to move on to setting. I am using the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte. Let me let you in on a little secret. You want to make sure that your under eye ain't going nowhere. Put all of your setting sprays, set your face, and then place all of your setting powders underneath your eye. Get the Fenty Invisimatte, and then this new product, the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. Girl, when I tell you, you layer those up together, I'm telling you, your under eye is not going to go anywhere, and you're going to look gorgeous. Look at that. Gorgeous. Y'all, please excuse me. Excuse the angle. I really didn't know that I was out of the frame in this and these last couple of clips because I was so focused on getting this look to look the way that I wanted to. But we are moving on to my lip. I'm using a NYX pencil. Again, all of the products will be listed in the description box below. But I'm using a NYX kind of like a mauve nude pencil to outline my lips. And then I'm going to mix that with a brown pencil as well. And the brown pencil that I'm using is actually a brow pencil that I don't use anymore. But I wanted my lips to be a tad bit brown, a tad bit, just a little 1, 2. And then I mix those together. And then I'm going to top off this mixture of lip liners with the Dior lip oil. Yes, y'all. Believe the hype. The Dior lip oil, they're doing something good at Dior. And plus, I love me some Dior. If you adore her, Dior her. My favorite perfume is Miss Dior. Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, like I said, I am just mixing both of those liners together to get this perfect look right here. Because, again, I don't really do too much when it comes to my lips unless I'm doing a dramatic look and or unless it's for an occasion that requires a dramatic look. But on a regular basis, on a look like this, you're always probably going to see me do something of this sort. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I also used the Anastasia liquid lipstick. But yeah, like I was saying, you're not really going to see me do too much when it comes to my lips on a regular basis, just because, girl, I don't I don't want to do that. But I really love this combo. it gives pouty, and I just love that. Girl, did I say Dior lip oil? I'm sorry. I meant to say Summer Fridays. I fell into the hype. And I wanted to see what the girlies on the other, TikTok app was talking about. And girl, look, they didn't lie. They did not lie. This Summer Fridays, even you could use it as a top coat for your lips, or you can use it on your own on a regular basis. The girlies on TikTok did not lie. Look at that. Once again, ladies and or gentlemen, whoever is watching this, please excuse the frame. Again, you could tell I was so focused because I keep on looking at that mirror. And once again, I am going in here and I'm reinforcing the under eye. But I also wanted to say something about this portion right here, right? Ladies, mistakes happens, even for a veteran like me, a veteran in this makeup thing. Mistakes happens. What happened during this time was once I was putting the mascara, and I don't think I added that, but I have put the Sephora Collection mascara. I realized that my under eye watered, and I don't know what is in the tears that we have that come out of our eyes, but one drop of a tear dot messed up that corner of the under eye. So I had to go in here and fix it really quickly. And the way that I did that, right? You saw me pressing a powder. I pressed the same powders that I used before, but then I had to take a dot, and I mean a minuscule dot of that L'Oreal 24-hour makeup concealer, and I had to place it in there, and then I had to go back in and follow the steps that I did before and make sure that while I was blending it in, I was just tapping so I didn't ruin all of the work that I just did. And it turned out fine, but I would recommend, if your eyes are getting watered, please just look up. Because if you're a beginner looking at me, I don't want you to be like, oh my gosh, what happens if I do this and stuff like that. The reason why I didn't take off all my makeup is because through trial and error, I have learned how to fix mistakes while I'm doing my makeup, because practice makes perfect. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to guide you. So when you get to my level, you will know how to fix your makeup in the middle of doing your makeup. All right. And so I went back into the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder, and then I used my all-time favorite all over face powder. It's the Sephora Collection smoothing powder, and it helped so much. Okay. And voila. This is my makeup look, ladies. I'll see you later. Bye.